Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ear. The good doctor is here, and he's going to steer you into the clear, my dear. I don't know, man. We're taking a look at X-transbots Ratchet, aka Ratliff, not Radcliffe, but Ratliff. And in looking at the box, you know what's funny? Typically, when you look at the box, the bot on the box is better looking than the actual toy, but no, not here. The toy, in my opinion, looks way better than the. But since we're looking at the box, dude, yo, they're getting super deep on us. Check this out. It says, to array a man's will against his sickness is a supreme art of medicine. I didn't even know what that meant. I had to look it up, and apparently it means like a positive mind will help healing, or something like that. And so, anyway, thought it was kind of interesting. And back over here, dude, they got this like intentionally campy G1 fighting design, and that's pretty cool, man. The battle scene. And also, dude, look at this. It says, to array a man's will against the sickness, supreme art of medicine. But, dude, the description. It says, in the early days, Radcliffe cut his teeth kit bashing. He excelled at reshells and scratch building, was a loyal member of the Radicons. Yo, that is TFW stuff, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if the individual who worked on this is either affiliated with TW or TFW, or kicks it on TFW or something. So that's kind of cool, man. It's almost like breaking the fourth wall. And if you watched my Ironhide review, yo, you know my man comes with a plethora of accessories. And what's really, really interesting is, I don't know if you recall in my last review, I talked about how they made some mistakes on the head, that they were molded differently, that you could see them making advancements for the first to second head. Yo, this one straight includes 5 heads. There's 4 additional in here, and excluding the one over here. And so that's pretty wowzers. And then, of course, he has these things. We didn't need these, but he has them, the water skis. And, of course, he has the skiff, which is still pretty light. And all the accessories and junk, they're all going to fit over here. And I'll showcase that later. Whoa. Yo, they're like drag racing outside, dude. Tripping out. But I'll showcase that all in a second. Let's talk about our guy, Foist. Wow, watch out for that bloosh. Nuts, right? XTB, they love their bloosh. But, dude, he is a good-looking bot, just like their Ironhide. And in fact, I actually think I like the Ratchet better. The stark white, the sterility of it all kind of looks really, really nice. I will say there are some pluses and minuses. The Ironhide, this was much tighter. This is a little bit looser than I'd like, but yeah. But other parts, he kind of excels and actually improves upon what they learned from their Ironhide release. This is all clean. There's a little bit of paint scrape over here on the window wiper, and I think it's because this is part of the raised ledge that helps the blue part from not scraping, but instead the black part is scraped. If you do own this, you could probably go over this with a nice, like a fine black pen or something and fill that out. But anyway, yeah, so a little bit of thumbs down over there. But still, overall, he's a very, very nice figure to look at. And again, bloosh, 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 James Belushi. Hey, really quick with a commercial break from our sponsor, TF Safari, tfsafari.com. Check them out for all of your mecha needs from first, second, third, fourth party. They also do upgrades as well. You're not going to find a lot of sites that cater to different tastes and needs. tfsafari.com. And if you do go there, utilize the codes that you see on the top right corner of the screen and save yourself a little bit of change, man. They are a very reliable vendor. They are out of China. They ship to you in about 2 weeks, super sturdy boxes. And yeah, tfsafari.com. Can't say enough nice things about them. And so thank you so much, TF Safari, for sponsoring this video. Oh, and here he goes in the pose. Actually, it's more Ironhide's pose more than anything, but still, it works for him too. Man, that delicious nostalgia. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said before in the Ironhide video, I think these guys are the best versions of these characters currently on the market right now. Fans Toys has not come out with theirs yet, and I'm sure when they do, that's probably going to eclipse this. But for the time being, man, there's a lot to like about this character. A lot of great accessories and very expressive posing. And so of all the XTB toys that I've handled, you know what? That kind of messes with the sculpt a little bit. Yeah, I think that's probably the most I want to arch the legs back. Of all the XTB stuff that I've handled, these two, the last two, Ironhide and Ratchet, they're probably my favorite, and they are probably the best. But I've also heard good things about the new combiners, and so we're going to be taking a look at Scrapper in another video sometime soon. But yeah, pretty good. Dude, their chrome work is really nice. You know, there's no like smudging. It's very, very clean, actually. Whatever process that they're using, great job. I mean, looks great on all their other stuff, too. Their accessory game, dude, they're coming hard, seriously. You know what? That sounded really bad. Their accessory game, they are not messing around. They are not messing around with it. Seriously, they have so many things to choose from, but I'm worried actually that underneath all this nice chrome and stuff like that, it's all that soft plastic. And, you know, Ratchet actually has some additional things. I don't know how I feel about it, to be completely honest here. Let me actually show you right now. These are Starscream's vents. I don't know. They show a picture in the instructions where he has Starscream's head and the vents, and they're like a lab table is sold separately. I don't remember any instance of Starscream, I don't know, taking over Ratchet's body or anything like that. You guys remember that? I don't. Yeah, and yeah, you can see all the different heads over here. Rather than swappable faces, they've gone and just kind of provided like new heads entirely, because the process of taking the head apart, sometimes you would encounter stress marks and you would have difficulty sliding in the new faces. So I can't believe they just straight up gave 5 different faces. They also do have a couple of face swaps in there as well. And so, you know, you can do it at your own peril, so to speak. And, but yeah, but not bad. A little something for everybody, but I'm shocked. I've never seen a toy come with so many different head swaps and also face swaps as well. Yeah, there's just a ton of them. And no, it's pretty wild. He has some other stuff in here. There's some more chrome bits you can see, but he also has these bits, like tools, like wrenches and things like that, Cybertronian tools, and some stuff that just look like Earth tools. And he even has a little... I was looking at this and I was trying to figure out, like, is that an actual part, or is it just from like the sprue that was holding the things together? I don't know, but I just kind of kept it there. And yeah, man, it's like, dude, it's wild how many things he comes with. And of course, he also comes with the skiff, super duper light skiff. And I'll show you how the accessories stack on a la Nacho Supreme. And he does have the what is it? The water skis. Is that what they're called? Skis, water skis. And from what I understand, like, it's just supposed to go on like that, but bruh, it doesn't. I don't know how to make that work, because this piece is metal, and if anything's gonna suffer, it's gonna be this plastic's gonna be worn away against that metal. And okay, well, that one just kind of goes on, but like, bro, I would never ever display him with these on, and they don't really stick in that well. But I don't know, maybe there's a mechanism by which I can slide the foot in here, but I don't know, man. There must be, because this looks kind of like off-centered, you know what I mean? It looks like there's something, but I don't got time to figure it out right now. So yeah. Okay, so here's a skiff with a lot of the accessories plugged in. Not all of them are in here, but yeah, most of them are. And it's kind of cool that he has like a wrench and tool storage over there. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. This works in the same way. Same thing with this, and same thing with this as well. Ironhide has more blueshy stuff that you would adhere to the back. I wonder if this will go back here. No, it won't. But yeah, Ironhide had a little bit more of that, and so yeah, arguable that Ironhide did the skiff better, but I don't know, they're pretty similar though, but not bad. All right, let's talk a little bit about the articulation and just overall build quality. And I decided to keep the smiling face on him because, I don't know, man, something about that is like terrifying. Just going to the doctor and he's like, what is going on, Timmy? You'd be like, oh, what the? My man is intense, dude. We're gonna heal you today, yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, oh, hey, I wonder if you can, like, what's this for? Are you supposed to be able to sling something on there? Interesting. Oh, no. It's an attachment. It's a connection port. It's for this, I believe. Yeah. I don't know why. Like, I didn't recognize it from Ironhide. But anyway, the articulation, manufacturing, build quality is pretty good. Like, the paint on it is pretty nice. Like, I don't see too much of that cheap plastic, or I can't tell, at least. The luster on the plastic looks good, which implies to me, at least just visually, it doesn't look that bad. Even looking under the hood over here, I mean, it feels good. This all here is metal. The legs are all metal. This down here is metal. So in terms of like providing this distribution of weight, it does a pretty good job of that, and it doesn't make it like too wobbly. Articulation on the shoulders are pretty good, and Ironhide, this shoulder was way too tight. These feel much better. And visually, aesthetically, yes, the shoulders are on the right place, but in terms of their attachment points, it's down here by the armpit. So that's a little bit weird, right? But still, I think he gets away with it. It doesn't mess up the sculpt terribly, and I'm not bothered by it. Back cleans up really nice. This cleans up really nice. I mean, like the Takara Tomy one, this is just, it's just a mess, and they're just way too tall in my opinion. I provided the critique on this before, is that the forearm to bicep ratio is a little odd, but I think they needed to do it like this for the sake of transformation, and it is close. It is close to the Sunbow art and stuff like that, but yeah, the proportions are a little bit off. Quite the opposite of DX9's Carry, their Rodimus Hot Rod, because that one had really short forearms. Legs are good. Everything hides stuff pretty well. You can see little bits of red peeking out, but it's not like too hateful, and you don't really see this unless you're like looking for it. So I think it comes out pretty clean. These even might be metal as well, the inner thighs. Crazy wazy, dude. Crazy wazy. And yeah, overall, like I said, even the crazy transformation with the chest where you have the triple spin, I'm not that terrified to subject it to like a little bit of force. This though, this dude, he looks like he's doing the Chris Farley thing, like from us SNL. But this is kind of weird. The axis in terms of where this turns, this should have been more centered, right? But I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So yeah, I think for X-transbots, I mean, like, dude, good for you guys, man. Good for you guys. Keep doing this. Keep improving upon your plastic quality. Just ditch that gummy shampoo plastic as a whole. It may save you a few yuan here and there, but dude, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Building your brand is so much more important. And right now it's an important time because we have so many options as consumers to our avail. So many companies that demand and fight for our dollars that, dude, you have to come with it. You have to come correct with it if you want to compete against everybody. And I think they're stepping up their game, and I can't hate on that, even though I do hate on some of their previous products. I can't hate on progress and improvement. And so good job, XTV. But anyway, now that we've talked about him for a bit, let's get to everyone's favorite bit, the engineering and transformation, shall we? Okay, really quick, before we jump into the transformation, you can see I've already transformed them over here. I'm recording this after the sequence is done because I'm just going to let you guys know, dude, it was rough. It was rough getting through this, and not because the transformation's rough. I mean, it has its own issues, but hey, you know what? Forgot to bring this up. It has its own issues, but they improved upon the iron hide tolerances a lot. They improved upon the tolerances, and as a result of that, these would not compress properly. I couldn't get the wings to kind of like press in. These bits over here, I had to file down on the side, and so I appreciate again all the improvements that they made from observing their iron hide release, but they should have done a proper QC pass, a fit and a finish, and yeah, so it did make the transformation a bit nightmarish, but just giving you a heads up, and yeah, that's what's in store. Okay. Alrighty, let's get him transformed. Full disclosure, while I prep him, I was going to say, some folks reached out to me and told me that the reason why I encountered some clunkiness on my previous transformation with Ironhide was because I wasn't following the directions properly. So I appreciate the feedback, and I tried just following the directions and tried orienting everything how it's supposed to be oriented, and I still encountered the same type of issues, so I'm just going to do it how I learned it, and I believe it was MGo's video, mostly from MGo's, where I learned how to transform this. But the confounding issue over here, it's kind of perplexing, is this knuckle has a lot of difficulty getting past this, and so I have to get it at an angle like that, and then you'll get it in there, but it's not the best feeling. It's not the best feeling, but that's cool. That part's cool. But yeah, and so you have to arrange the thumb in a very weird way. You have to tuck like the thumb inside the fist. It's not that intuitive necessarily, but whatever, dude, it gets the job done. And then this one, again, it's just getting that knuckle, or maybe I oriented it wrong. Yeah. Okay, so this one went in a little bit better, and it was like that for the last one too, I think. Yeah. The majority of the transformation on this is actually quite fun, quite intuitive, but the triple spin, the dreaded triple spin on the chest is what makes it not fun. And I'm wondering if I should like deal with that first or just start with the legs. I guess we can do the legs. And the instructions, they tell you to like open this bit up and bring these in first. And like it doesn't seem to make a difference to me because I configured the legs first before I did this, but the instructions did mention this, so sure, I'll try something a little bit different. But yeah, you're gonna open these all up. You're gonna bring this down, then you're gonna spin that. Nice bumper, nice chrome, looks good. Just unfortunate that that black on the window wiper kind of got smudged off, but again, you can go over it with the marker or something, some paint thingy. And then over here, you're just gonna close up the toenails, the toes, and then you're gonna just bring this over. And you're gonna close that up. And as you do that, you're going to bring this side bit down. I don't know what's a good way to release it, but you are going to bring that side bit down, and you're going to have a tab into this section. What's a good way to do this? Because I know one of these is the tires, and one part opens up. Okay. I'm wondering if I can get access to this, because this has to move out of the way for the tire to spin. Ah, I always do that. In my mind, I was like, dude, I should go grab a spudger, but I was like, dude, I'm so lazy. And then you're supposed to get that in here, but it's not quite fitting. I mean, I have the alignment right, but it's like the post is too fat for the port. Huh. Well, I'm not going to force that. I'm going to have to file it or something because I'm worried that we're going to see breakage there. That's unfortunate, man. But you spin the tire over. That's pretty tight. It's a lot tighter than Ironhide's was. And you know what? This is bugging me. I'm going to go fix this off camera. 1 second. All right. I went ahead and did it for both sides. I had to actually file down the post and also enlarge in the hole a little bit, because rule of thumb, if you ever encounter some type of like plastic collision issue with XTB, never, ever, ever just try to press it down. The plastic will mush on you sometime. And I was going to say, I also got a healthy dose of not mold release, like joint lubrication on my hand from this bit over here. So it's ultra slimy, and I do not like that, but whatever, dude. I'm gonna encounter more than I'm sure on the bot, but yeah, there was a healthy glob of like something that looked like Vaseline, but I know it's not. I was gonna say, I also encountered this type of mold release before on an XTB product, and it was their Apollyon, but I was eating pizza at the time, and the pizza grease and the machine oil over here got mixed, and I got super sick because I was eating like X-transbot grease. You're like, what is this fool talking about? Anyway, you open this up, but don't do that. Yeah, don't do what I do. You're going to bring that down, and that's pretty satisfying. That's fun. That's fun. And here we'll open this up. How do I do it without destroying a nail? How do I do it? Like I gotta get between here, you know, and I gotta spin this tire, but I gotta get this to segment, and I don't want to hurt my nail like I did. Okay, hold up. All right, that was rough. That was kind of in there like swimwear. It's much tighter, like I mentioned earlier, much tighter than the Ironhide release. And so we're just going to get this like this, and then we're going to bring those together. And oh yeah, I forgot to do this. Yo, they've really improved the tolerances since Ironhide, but they've also made it just like a little too tough. Like this knee is like not budging. Like this is where we needed the mold release agent or the lubrication. Goodness, because this joint is supposed to move forward. Oh, there we go. That's not all the way either. Oh my goodness. No, that's not all the way up. And see, I don't want to, like, I'm pressing up on here and I don't want to stress the hip joint. So I need to somehow, maybe if I, all right, I'm going to do this off camera. Goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, I got it done, but it took so much effort. I appreciate them, and I don't, you know, I don't even think it's all the way in properly. There you go. Oh, I can appreciate them for improving the tolerances, but I'm worried about untransforming or transforming this back to robot. It's really, really tight, man. Okay, but we move on, and I'm wondering. Oh, that's right. The triple spin. Okay, so for the arms over here, you have to lift these bits up, and that is going to push out. That's going to allow you to kind of lift this up, and this will come out with it. And that's the important part. So you can just press in on this, and then there's a locking mechanism back here, but it will untab. And then now you can kind of jiggle the front chest a little bit, and yeah, there you go. Whew, I'm like quasi holding my breath. Oh, and I have this like slimy like lubrication on my hand right now. Okay. So this is all well and good, but I feel like I'm supposed to spin this around. Yeah? Well, okay. And then from here, we can start bringing these things down, because you just need a lot of clearance. You need a lot of clearance right over here. I'm forgetting how this all oh, I know why. I was like, dude, what's messing me up? It's because this has to flip around. I was like, why is this on the side? Okay, it does have to flip around. Okay. So there are 3 rotations. The first one happens right there. It's hard to see, right? But like, you got to move these out of the way. Yeah, there's just so much collision everywhere. Then, like, after transforming these things so many times, like, I still don't like have the hang of it. Almost. All right. Hey, that wasn't that bad, and it did help with these things having on the side, folded out to the side. And then we're gonna flip this one. That's by far the easiest. This one is pretty rough too, and you gotta spin it right there. So maybe I'll just keep the arms like that, and like, what's the best way? Because right now, this thing is, the lower half is kind of getting in the way. Oh, that was crunchy and not fun. All right, the worst part is over, though. That triple Lutz, that triple spin. Oh, goodness. And then the rest, we can clean this up later, but we can start bringing the arms back. And nothing happens with the head. The head just kind of like chills there. But this will we'll push in, and goodness. Like I said, I do appreciate the fact that they tightened up the tolerances from Ironhide, but like they got in there. They got in there deep. And oh, you know what? Maybe I got the arm wrong. Yeah. That's on me. Now I think we'll have the clearance. See, this is supposed to press in. Like, even this is just like not sliding in properly. One moment, I'm going to do this off camera. Okay, I was able to push them in, but man, dude, it took a little bit of effort. And also, I had to respin the legs back around. I was incorrect to spin them in the first place. Boy, this transformation's a bit messy. And again, I can appreciate what they did in terms of improving the tolerances, but somebody should have gone over this in QC. Someone should have figured this out. Yeah, and then you're going to be bringing... yeah, even this. Everything is tighter about, and like that's great, but at the same time, it's not finessed. Like, okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, it just absolutely is not finessed. It's almost like somebody modified the CAD to be like, okay, just a few like extra, I don't know what's the measure in nanometer, whatever. Like just by a little bit, but they didn't bother do the fitting. They didn't bother doing the test afterward. They're just like, nah, it's fine, dude. They're like, hey, don't you want to make sure that everything fits properly? Like, nah, it should be good. But yeah. But yeah, we're getting there. Boy, I will say it because of the stiffness, it's just not as comfortable as the Ironhide one. For what it's worth, even though the Ironhide one was looser, I guess just stuff felt just more fluid. Didn't feel as forced. And when you're dealing with XTV products, that's one of the things that you're always worried about, exerting too much force and having it break on you because, you know. That didn't break, by the way. That's on a ball. That's on a ball joint. And smart of them to add that as a ball joint because that thing would have broken off because there's a lot of collision going on over there. I don't know. I'm sure there's a much smoother way to do everything that I just did right now. But yo, Ish, I almost cursed. Ish got me fumbling. Then we move this back here, and we're almost done. And these, you flip them up, and they have to like fit underneath the bumper. Oh, okay. That was a little smoother. I would say that's much smoother than Ironhide. So improvements, that's great. I appreciate that. But man, the fitting, baby. Y'all should have focused on more of that. And now I got to get this bit. And what's perplexing about this part is there's a little tab there and there's a tab here. And so like it needs to go in, but also sideways, and that's just not a good feeling. I wonder if I could, I'm scared to undo this because I can't think of a way. Well, okay, we kind of got this side, but this has to flex and fit in there. Okay, we kind of got that side. Can we? How can I do this? All right, one moment. Oh, we got it done, and it took some elbow grease to get that all in there. It's a bit of an eyesore, that little paint chip over there. But oh man, it was so much more difficult than Ironheart's transformation. And again, it's all due to the tolerances and stuff. I appreciate them for improving upon that, but again, should have done a fit and finish QC pass on this because that wasn't the most fun experience. But he looks good. Rolls like a campeon, rolls like a champ. No, it's good. Good rubber wheels. Cleans up very nicely. This was a mess. This was a nightmare to kind of get through. This was tough too, but we somehow soldiered through. But yeah, I will say, even though the tolerances are better, I preferred the Ironhide transformation because things seemed more fluid, even though they were kind of like flippity-floppity around. Like, yeah, and also didn't like the fact that I had to do some editing over here. I had to file down the posts and enlarge the port to get everything to sit properly, and I'm a little concerned about what's going to happen when I try to transform this back into robot mode. But that has been Ratliff from XTransbot. And yeah, if you like what you see in this video, please like and subscribe and all of that good jazz. But I will talk to you all on another time, another day, another video. Okay, bye. I'm flustered. I totally am.